Marhaba Habibis.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. As always, Habibis, to catch the full episode, subscribe to our Patreon at patreon.com/Habibi Bros.
You can find the link down and below, just like Daniel's mom.
When I talked to some of the families, some of the people who did escape, who survived, got out, they talked about watching the building collapse and watching as they were in the garage, one floor.
And it has culminated to this day, a day of projected strength and triumph for the Chinese Communist Party.
Bring excuses for them because there really aren't many. They are not implementing the new technology. As we know, they can censor and remove whatever they want to whenever.
Allahu Akbar.
Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
Wa alaikum assalam wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.
What's going on, Habibis? I'm Siraj Hashmi.
I'm Jay Kobbe.
And we're the Habibi Bros. Welcome to another episode of Habibi Power Hour Premium. And Jay, how you doing tonight?
Not bad. I am doing good. I am finishing up a bottle of Jefferson's straight rye whiskey. This is actually sent in by one of the Habibis.
Yeah.
Very good bottle. Very, very good bottle, especially after the third drink.
Well, I don't want to delay our guest any further because this is weeks in the making. I'm very excited about this, and I want to give her a nice warm welcome. Eliza Bleu, get in here. Habibi.
Hi, Habibis.
How you doing?
Habibi.
Hi, Habibis.
How's it going?
You can find Eliza Bleu. You can find her on Twitter at Eliza Bleu. That's ELIZABLEU, like the French color. Oh, Jay, yeah. What is that? We got her.
Why
We got her.
though?
Oh, I know you do.
We got
you look great. Absolutely fantastic. This is a new look.
You know why? Because I already don't have any hair, so it's not like you're taking anything away. You know what I mean? That is hilarious. I cannot with you. I like that you have my
absolutely halal.
I like that you have my words in the beginning of the video.
Yeah, we got it. You know, Twitter's a place where you can get videos, so that's where I got it.
Siraj, have you been stalking me? Have you been stalking my profile?
Only for this episode, Eliza. Only for this episode.
It's been a little longer than this episode.
A little bit before that episode.
I see. Jay, did he tell you that I named my new kitten Habibi?
No, he has not. Did he come with a vest?
He came with a little bit of a he has a little bit of a Hitler look to him because he has like a little Hitler mustache and a little Hitler haircut. But I thought that Hitler wasn't a good name, so I named him Habibi.
Yeah, that works. Yeah. And as we all know, Hitler was no, he was not Habibi. He was not.
Whoa, Jay, and that's how we get canceled.
Yeah, and
although Eliza, can I just say a great name would have been Adolf Hitler?
Okay, no, look, I tried. Listen, I'm not like trying to not get canceled. Like honestly, I could care less if I get canceled, but like I'm not trying to get canceled. Well,
I totally get it. Well, if you were canceled before, surely you'll be canceled after this episode.
Right. Because
essentially.
I'm already 100%. On the
100%.
track to being on like with Alex Jones or something. Like I'm definitely on the fast track. So like this will be the one step, and then the next step will probably be.
This is a stepping stone. It's like joining ISIS, then Alex Jones. No, that's the fast track. Is your child on track to joining Alex Jones's InfoWars? Well, has he gone to Syria recently? Well, Eliza, to kick things off, first of all, for the Habibis who have no idea who you are, tell us a little bit about yourself. You're obviously one of the big things that you focus on is on sex and human trafficking. Before we kind of get into the heavy stuff, let's focus on you a bit. How did you? What kind of got you on this path? Where are you from? And what type of Islam are you going to be practicing after your conversion?
My name is Eliza. I'm a survivor advocate for those affected by human trafficking. I am also a survivor of human trafficking. I am from the Midwest. And Habibi, I think I told you this once, or Siraj, sorry, I call Siraj Habibi. Habibi, I told you once that I lived in Turkey for a year. So if
that's right.
Convert, I probably would have already.
So Sunni it is.
Yeah, that's the main.
But yeah, that's how, because I'm a survivor of human trafficking, after I sort of started healing a little bit, I decided to volunteer. And then after I volunteered, they decided to send me to school to become an advocate. And so that's what I do now. But I think so now I talk a lot about it on Twitter. That's how most people usually get sort of keyed up on what I'm doing. I think I just hit like a weird pulse. Like I joined Twitter and just started tweeting about human trafficking. And I didn't realize that there was like a gap. I don't want to call it a market, but like in the advocacy space or the education space, I didn't realize that there was a gap there. So when I started tweeting about it, people were just got hip to it. But then I was like, at first I was just tweeting like a square, like a total square. You know what I mean? Like 100% square, like just straight.
Essentially.
Right. Essentially and literally a square. And a boomer. But then after after everybody on Twitter wore me down, my true based self came out. So I think that's where people got they wore me down. They changed me.
Yeah. No. It's you definitely, your politics are definitely hard to pin down. I know you described how do you describe yourself again politically on the political spectrum? It's what, ANCAP?
Yeah, ANCAP. Libertarian. Don't
say
Siraj.
Huh?
But no, I'm just a really honestly, I'm really nuanced thinker. I'm really not for the government. I can recognize when the government does something kind of well or when the media does something well, but generally speaking, I'm not really down with any of them.
Yeah, I mean,
we want to install the caliphate as soon as possible. That is
inshallah.
Absolutely true.
Of Ernie. Ernie as
yes, caliphate of Ernie.
The thick chihuahua who should be on this program, who's currently.
Oh yeah.
But anyways,
So politically, I mean, it works out kind of well for me. So like, I'm not super woke, but the funny thing is, this is where it gets all mixed up with me because truthfully, when we look at the United States or globally, when we're talking about human trafficking, it actually does disproportionately affect the populations that all these woke skulls claim they care about. Does that make sense? So like Black and brown girls, indigenous populations. I mean, everywhere around the world, we see this. So it would, and LGBTQ, it affects these marginalized populations. So you would think that the woke would care. They don't really give two shits. Am I allowed to say that on here? Yeah, I'm allowed to say.
Yeah, absolutely.
You can say whatever you want.
A fucking course you could say whatever.
Absolutely. Siraj likes to rub his nipples with olive oil. You can say whatever you want.
Yeah.
We were talking. I said something. Never mind. Let me not go there. About we were talking in the group chat about ass licking or eating ass.
That's the one thing we talk about more than anything on the show.
Absolutely. It's something I advocate for. I think it will help broaden people's cultural awareness, their sexual desires.
It will expand.
And it's also very nutritious. Like eat ass.
Jay, it expands their horizons, does it not? It expands their horizons.
It splits them straight down the middle.
Yeah.
I know with you guys. Yeah, that was going on in the group chat earlier.
Yeah.
So yeah, I think that I don't know. And then I just get irritated because conservatives come up underneath my post like, oh, but Trump. And so that gets on my nerves. So I'll just take on everybody at once.
That's a good way to approach it because honestly,
that's kind of like what Siraj does every other night. He takes them all on, every guy, all on at once.
All at once.
I'm really disappointed by his beard. This beard is like the worst. You're like in a weird in-between phase.
Like an adolescent phase?
No, not even that good.
Wow.
When you were talking earlier, you were talking about how like Twitter was beating you down, or the followers were beating you. What did you mean by that? Like, how did that turn you to be, based? Yeah.
It was like just one too many people got on my nerves, and then I just started letting a little bit more of my personality out. It hasn't really changed too much. I still feel the same way. It was just, also a lot of things have changed too, because I joined in late December, like the last few days of December 2019. So in there you have like the lockdowns, you got COVID, you have the protests, the peaceful protests, you have the riots, you have all this other stuff that's going on. So like I was sort of dealing with all of it at once. And I think after a while, you just get used to, you get kind of like sick of people talking crazy to you. So eventually you kind of talk crazy back.
Mm-hmm.
So
I mean, it's just like a Jay.
Yeah, I mean, that's exactly how I.
Jay is literally calling everyone on that website a gahba, which
yes.
Now that
Gahba is a derogatory term in Arabic. It means whore or bitch whore, basically. Because Twitter right now, if you use any gendered language, they will, if the person using the gender language towards reports you, they can get you banned. I found this out 13 different times. But Gahba isn't recognized within their algorithm, so you can use Gahba as much as you want. They won't tag it.
Okay, well that's good to know. I just 13 different times.
69. I shit you not, Eliza. He has been banned 13 times. He's been banned 13 times.
No. I'm on my 14th account right now.
He's on his 14th account.
How did you manage to get that many accounts? Because
if we reveal the secret, then obviously you have to join. You have to either one. We have to behead you, or two, you have to convert to Islam, or three, you'll just know, and basically you'll go on living the rest of your life. It's obviously a very difficult choice, but most people choose one or two. They never really think of number three.
أنا